This is the Pantheon in Paris, a mausoleum to honor the great men of France. And the inscription outside says exactly that. To great men, a grateful nation. All the heroes of the 18th and 19th century are buried here, but not one single woman from that time. And even today, there are 71 men and only 2 women buried here. It's one thing to be written out of history, but it's quite another when that's carved in stone. And this is the issue that I have with recorded history, the message that it's only the men who count.
In this last film, I want to look at the women who were central to the revolutions that shaped the modern world. Courageous, visionary figures who fought for change and challenged the status quo. Their history reveals that revolutions are all too often about exchanging one power dynamic for another, leaving women betrayed and excluded from the new societies they had helped to create. But I also want to look at how women have redefined the very nature of revolution, fighting for equal rights to education, to political power, and reproductive choice. In the end, true revolutionary change comes not from the death of millions, but from the death of prejudice. And women have changed the world by changing the arguments. It wasn't violence that created the pivotal moment in women's history. It was women themselves who inspired, demanded, and seized the right to control their own bodies. In the 21st century, there is a new revolution taking place. Women are claiming their right to be heard, campaigning, resisting, and speaking out against injustice. Their aim, to break the old cycle of winners and losers, and instead focus on equality for all.
The great thing about being a woman in representative politics is you get to break that mold and you get to show other women that in fact we do have a place in the front line, we do have a place in power, we can exercise it well and better than many of our male counterparts.
It's the 5th of October, 1789. It's cold, wet, the mood is